Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. This week we're at Mountain Creek, Alabama at the Confederate Memorial Park. So this park used to be a veterans home for the Confederate soldiers. So we're going to walk around here and take a look at it and see what all's here, and we'll take you along with us. So y'all come go along, and here we go. Alright, this is the side of the original Confederate soldiers' home. It operated for 37 years here, and eventually the last veteran died in 1934. So I guess it was torn down. They built a museum here, so that's pretty neat. Alright, something cool we found here at the Confederate Memorial Park was an old steam locomotive bell. So this one was salvaged from steam locomotive number 734. It was actually built in 1905, so that's pretty cool. It was donated to the park by Miller Israel Thompson in memory of Private L. Israel. So that's pretty cool. Let's listen to the bell ring. They have a Confederate library here too as well, so doesn't seem to be anybody here today. We was hoping we'd get to go in there, but maybe we try it again another time. But anyway, Confederate library. Alright, here they have a display of the different type flags that was flown by the Confederate soldiers from Alabama, so that's pretty neat. Alright, on this site right here was the Memorial Hall, and it was built by donations from all over the state of people buying logs. So they would buy a log and it would be added to the hall. Pretty neat. It's a picnic shelter now. I think they rent it out for family reunions and birthday parties and just several family gatherings. So pretty neat. As you can see from this map here, there's several different sites here. It wasn't just a couple buildings. I think there was 8 or 9 cottages, an auditorium, a mess hall, hospital. Even had a dairy here, commissary. So pretty neat. These 2 cedar trees that we're standing under right now was planted on February 12th, 1928. They were actually dedicated by, get over here where I can read her name, Miss Sarah Bellinger, who actually, her and her husband, Dr. Carnot Bellinger, established the first hospital for Confederate soldiers in Montgomery in June 1861. So these were planted in memory of Miss Bellinger and her husband, so pretty neat. Them are some big cedar trees. Alright, here we're at the Mountain Creek Post Office. So this was actually decommissioned in 1975, and the building was donated to the Confederate Memorial Park, and they've placed it here. But the significance is that veterans from the Confederate Soldiers Home would either walk or ride to the post office every day, check mail, and then mail letters or whatever to their loved ones. So, but that's pretty neat that they've moved that post office here where everybody could see it. Alright, here we are at cemetery number 1. Walk up here and take a look at it. Pretty cool entrance to it with the cannonballs on top of it. You can see they have headstones and footstones for each soldier that's buried here. This one's from the 4th Tennessee Infantry. 71 years old when he died. Some of the headstones are a little more ornate than others, but that's okay too. They do have a couple of soldiers back here in the back of the cemetery. Henry Weathersby, he was a private in the 13th Mississippi. And then Alfred Harris, he was a private in the 12th Georgia Infantry. As you can see, just not Alabama Confederate soldiers buried here.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Alright, we made it to cemetery number 2 now, so take a walk up here and look at this. It's up on a hill overlooking the valley. They do have the headstone and footstones for each one of them, but there's a few in here that's actually has the footstone for unknown soldier, so I didn't know the name to put a headstone up.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me.
Out here at the park, they also have a few barracks set up that the soldiers would have stayed in. Most of these were at forts or permanent camps. You can see the larger buildings were for the enlisted men, and the smaller buildings were for the officers, so pretty neat. Matter of fact, I'm standing on the porch of one of the officers' barracks.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell.
Well, here we are at the Marbury Methodist Church. There were several members of the Soldiers Home veterans that was a member here, and this actually was located down in Marbury, which is right down the road from Mountain Creek. And once the lumber mill closed in Marbury, a lot of the church members end up leaving town, so Marbury donated to the state and the state moved it here. But nonetheless, they were still several of the veterans that were members of this church. And this is a view from the back of the church. And if you were young and misbehaving in church, you were brought out here to the stump and got your behavior corrected. Now, as we're walking around the grounds here, we come up on the foundation of what used to be the mess hall. That's pretty neat. Nothing but a mess now. Well, as we walk down here to On the map, it had the second largest tulip poplar in the state listed here on the grounds of the park. And we walked down here to see it. Of course, they have a fence around it. You can't get in to see it, but we found it. There it is. Taking a nap, laying on the ground. Second largest tulip poplar in the state. Alright folks, thanks for coming along on this little tour of Confederate Memorial Park here in Mountain Creek, Alabama. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. We'd appreciate that. And if you hadn't subscribed to the channel, be sure to do that. And we appreciate that as well. So as we always say, as we're planning our next new adventure, why not go see a Confederate Memorial Park?
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here.